你好，大老师. From your classes, I've learned how to speak Chinese, I've learned how to read, I've learned how to write. In speaking, I've of course learned 你叫 Pearson. 我会说中文, which I do love saying, and 这是我的照片, which is this is my picture, which is my favorite phrase in Chinese for some reason. I just love saying it. The most challenging aspect of learning Chinese is definitely the writing. Recognizing is of course difficult, but writing is so hard because you have to focus so much on the actual like order of characters in Hanzi, which is really hard coming from a language that does not do that whatsoever. The most rewarding is actually being able to speak to native speakers and of course have them understand what I'm saying and that I'm not flubbing my pronunciation all the time. I definitely love that aspect of the Mid-Autumn Festival, and I absolutely loved the Chinese New Year Festival. Being able to understand what people were saying, even in conversations I wasn't particularly a part of. It was amazing to see that. My comments has definitely changed because if you look back from Mid-Autumn Festival, I did not speak Chinese whatsoever that day. I was frankly too scared. But with the Chinese New Year, I would just say like 谢谢, 谢了, 你谢了吗? I was a lot more open than I was back then. From the classroom presentations, I learned that China is a mainly cashless society now, which is amazing. And I've learned a lot about gifting culture that I didn't know. Like you can't gift clocks. Who would gift a clock, to be fair? And the thing I think we as Americans should do is do not open gifts in front of people, because I think it's too anxious, and I think doing that, I think just taking the gifts, doing it later is such, like, it's way better than what we do here, honestly. And like learning Chinese has influenced the way I see my own culture by just showing me that there's aspects of English I don't even realize too much, like the syntax of sentences and stuff like that, and I've just focused more on how, like, I've broken down the structure of English and try to reshape it to better understand Chinese, and I think that helped me understand English as a whole now. Outside of the classroom, I've actually used Chinese quite a bit. I listened to a band called Wavy, which, even though they're not all Chinese, they all speak Chinese. All their songs are in Chinese. Some are in English, but that's besides the point. And I just love listening to their music and being able to, like, understand phrases I wasn't able to before. I'm also on Xiaohongshu, and I love learning new words, because there's, like, some people that will put up, like, pictures of objects and say 这是什么, and of course I don't know how to say apple in Chinese, but it'll teach me, which is amazing. I also use an app called Whatnot, and there were some people on there who were selling products, and from overhearing I could tell that they were speaking Chinese. So I would just say 你会说中文吗? And they would say 对. And then I actually told this one woman 你很漂亮, and she was like so like polite to me, and it was just really fun experience overall. The most meaningful thing to me about learning Chinese was, of course, you know, learning another culture, embracing that, but I also loved meeting people, because I've met you, Dadashi, I've also met Dr. Tan, I'm excited to have her class in the fall. But I've also met Emily, Miranda, Dukaire, Gracie, Ryan, Sapphire, and it was just so great to meet these people, become friends with them, and we're even going to be taking classes together next semester, and I just loved the community I was able to be a part of because of learning Chinese. It was really great. And I think learning Chinese has definitely expanded my worldview because I was finally able to view a part of Chinese culture just from the words of other people, but from someone who's actually lived it. And I was really happy to finally get other perspectives, and it was great, and I loved it. But 谢谢戴老师. I really loved your class, but 再见.